session is now called to order.
Honorable Gabriel H. Bordado Jr., City Vice Mayor and Presiding Officer, present. Honorable Elmer Baldimoro, present. Honorable Jesse Albios, present. Honorable Gil G. Rosales, present. Honorable Vito Borja II, sick leave. Honorable Hilda Gay Labonal Gomez, present. Honorable Melvin Ramon Buenape, present. Honorable Wilfredo Jude A. Jokno, present. Honorable Francisco M. Mendoza, absent. Honorable Alan Rees Macaraig, absent. Honorable David Casper Nathan Serio, present. Honorable Maria Corazon Peña Flor, present. Honorable Jepson Romeo V. Felix, present. Sir, on the part of the 15th Sangguniang Panlungsod, there is a quorum.
Next item, please.
May I also request the City Youth Sangguniang Panlungsod to call the roll.
Calling the roll of the 2026 City Youth Sangguniang Panlungsod, Honorable Vice Mayor Dan Christian Bohan Rogay, present. Honorable Councilor Lawrence Jethro Bermundo, present. Honorable Councilor Francis Ray Berzola Alvarez, present. Honorable Councilor Shane Olan Fermaran Gonzalez, present. Honorable Councilor Ira Denise Lauta Calieja, present. Honorable Councilor Kishi Gabriel Diaz Regalado, present. Honorable Councilor Michael Johnny Medina Balocon, present. Honorable Councilor Christine Rose Senior Ebron, present. Honorable Councilor Althea Isabel Howler Reyes, present. Honorable Councilor Precious Chloe Putong de Quiroz, present. Honorable Councilor Luisiana Catrice Gonzaga Tribate, present. Honorable Councilor Ariel Madara Capos, present. Honorable Councilor Iliad Kishi Nicole Chavez, present. Mr. Chair, we have a quorum.
The chair declares the presence of a quorum.
Thank you, Ms. Secretary. The Chair now also declares the presence of a quorum.
Next is the prayer. Please all rise for the prayer.
Hello. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Dear Lord, as we deliberate in today's session, give us the wisdom to overcome passion.
Give us the wisdom to overcome passion.
Give us that understanding heart to do away with prejudice.
Give us the understanding heart to do away with prejudice.
Give us the foresight to know what the future may devise.
Give us the foresight to know what the future may devise.
Give us the courage and strength to seek the truth and what is good.
Give us the courage and strength to seek the truth and what is good.
Give us the facility of language that we may be understood.
Give us the facility of language that we may be understood.
And finally, our Lord, make us worthy public servants of this city.
Make us worthy public servants.
We deeply love and highly honor
We deeply love and highly honor
Naga City, the heart of Bicol.
Naga City, the heart of Bicol.
Amen.
Amen.
Next, the pambansang awit.
Bayang magiliw, handa awit. Bayang magiliw, pertang silanganan, alab ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyang ka ng magiting, sa manlulupig, di ka pasisiil. Sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong bughaw, may dilag ang tula at awit sa paglayang may namahal. Ang kisnap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagniningning, ang bituin niya't araw niyang kalan, amay pinagdidilim. Lupa ng araw ng luwal, hatid pagsinta, buhay ay langit sa piling mo, sa piling mo. Aming ligaya ng pag may mang-aapi, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo. We call to mind symbols of the rarest nature, a tree, a river, and a shrine. City of songs, we hear your voices in church, in streets, and marketplace, in campus fields and river noise. Shapes our lives and heals our days. Heart of Naga City, once the proudest. herald sound of joy. Yes, the city queen of praises, touch the hearts anew with love. Pour upon our upturned faces all the magic of your love. Pour upon our upturned faces all the magic of your love.
Good morning. Let me acknowledge the presence of City Councilor Francisco Mendoza and Barangay Captain Leoncio Libuit of Carolina. I am a bit confused with this current setup. So next item, please.
Next is the privilege time.
Any member of the regular council who wishes to deliver a privilege speech? City Councilor Elmer Baldemoro.
Mabalos po, Mr. Chairman, very reliable presiding officer, the Honorable Vice Mayor Gabriel Bordado Jr., the City Vice Mayor and Pep UNCN, the Honorable Christian, his team of audits, field councils, my dear City Youth Councilors, especially to my counterpart, the former Naga City Children Federation President, the Honorable Lawrence Jetro Bermundo, fellow employees in the City Government of Naga, Punong Barangay Leoncio Libuit, former Kagawad Sheila Pausto, former Barangay Children Organization President Malco Peñaflor, friends in media, those watching by live stream, mga kapwa ko nagpapadangat sa mga person with disability, mga namumutan kong nagenyo, Diyos maray na aga po sa Indugabos. I rise today on a matter of personal and collective privilege to promote the welfare and rights of persons with disabilities. As we observe at the local level, the proposed removal or weakening of safeguards for funding for marginalized sectors, including PWDs. We are glad to note that the national rhetoric is very much different. At the House of Representatives, our national legislators are pushing for increased budgetary support for those who are in need of government assistance. I am referring to House Bill number 4130, which seeks to provide a universal monthly social pension of 2,000 pesos to persons with disabilities. This bill has been consolidated with related measures into a substitute bill establishing a national disability support allowance program and has already passed the approval of the House Committee on Persons with Disabilities. This representation, together with my City Youth Councilor counterpart, believes that the passage of this bill will be further hastened if we pass a resolution expressing our support for the same. In fact, the Provincial Board of Cebu has already unanimously passed a similar resolution. This body's passage of a resolution supporting the enactment of House Bill number 4130 also comes at a particular meaningful time as we celebrate this coming July the 2026 PWD Month and the 48th National Disability Rights Week, carrying the theme Rights First, Legislation Forward, Strategy Action for Equal Participation and Inclusive Development. The theme reminds us that disability rights are not matters of charity or benevolence. They are human rights. The challenge before us is not only to acknowledge these rights, but to translate them into concrete laws, programs, and actions that create real and lasting change. When we talk about PWD services, we must not confine ourselves solely to social services or medical programs. The phrase "right first" speaks directly to the spirit of House Bill number 4130. Every Filipino with a disability has the right to live with dignity, security, and independence. Yet, so many PWDs continue to face barriers in employment, healthcare, education, transportation, and access to essential services. These challenges often result in economic hardship, not because of disability itself, but because society has yet to fully remove the obstacles that limit opportunities. Meanwhile, the call for legislation forward challenges us, policymakers and government leaders, to move beyond words and adopt measures that provide meaningful support and protection. House Bill number 4130 is precisely that kind of strategic legislation. It recognizes that social protection is a right and not a privilege. Through universal monthly social pension, the government can provide direct assistance that help address the everyday realities faced by PWDs and their families. The proposed pension will help cover medicines, therapy sessions, assistive devices, transportation costs, and other disability-related expenses. More importantly, it affirms the state's responsibility to ensure that every PWD can participate more fully in society. As the theme further emphasizes equal participation and inclusive development, we must recognize that inclusion cannot be achieved through rhetoric alone. Inclusion requires investment, inclusion requires legislation, inclusion requires government action that creates conditions where persons with disability can exercise their rights on equal footing with everyone else. And thus, as local legislator, we must affirm that PWDs deserve not merely a place in society, but an equal opportunity to thrive and contribute. We are called upon as public servant to transform advocacy into action. As members of this august body, we can answer that call by expressing our support for legislation that can improve the lives of millions of Filipinos living with disabilities. This resolution is therefore more than an endorsement of a bill. It is a declaration that Naga City stands firmly behind the principles of equality, dignity, accessibility, and social justice. Ang pag-angat kang mga nasa laylayan dapat namamati asin nahihiling sa satuyang mga gawi, mga pulisiya, asin sa mga programa. We have embraced social justice as the heart of Naga's governance. Let this be reflected into our programs, in our policies, and in our concrete support so that PWDs may truly feel in their daily lives. For this reason, I respectfully urge the members of this Honorable Council to pass a resolution supporting and urging the immediate passage of House Bill number 4130 into law, and humbly ask the Chairman of the Committee on Rules that this proposed resolution be included in today's special business or order. Para sa diretso, dignidad, asin paglaom ka mga PWDs para sa mas inklusibong syudad. Diyos mabalas po.
Thank you, City Councilor Elmer Baldemoro. Let me acknowledge the presence of City Councilor Attorney Alan Rees Makaraig.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Any other privileged speech from the regular City Council? City Councilor Frank Mendoza, please.
Not a privileged speech actually, Mr. Chair, just a manifestation because I heard, if I heard it right, kalalaw ko lang kaya, that there is local legislation removing benefits to PWD. That is not true, Mr. Chair. The pending legislation does not seek to remove budgetary assistance to PWDs. Maybe it is a misreading of the pending ordinance. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, City Councilor Mendoza. Any other privileged speech? Yes, the head of the Liga ng mga Barangay, City Councilor Maria Corazon Peñaflor.
Honorable Vice Mayor, then Presiding Officer, the Honorable Gabriel Hidalgo Bordado Jr., distinguished members of the Sangguniang Panlungsod, fellow servants, guests, ladies and gentlemen, and also to the city youth officials and city youth mayor, Honorable Dan Christian Ragay. Good morning, sir. And my city youth counterpart, city youth councilor, Honorable Ariel Capos, and Punong Barangay, Kapitan Libwit. Good morning, Cap. I stand before you today on a matter of privileged speech about the ordinance that seek to restore order, discipline, and dignity to our public spaces. My proposed ordinance is entitled An Ordinance Regulating and Prohibiting the Unauthorized Posting, Installation, Hanging, and Display of Advertisements, Boards, Tarpaulins, Streamers, Posters, Banners, and other promotional materials on electric posts, telephone posts, utility posts, traffic posts, street lights posts, and other public structures within the territorial jurisdiction of Naga City, providing penalties for violations thereof and for other purposes. The state of our city. Colleagues, let us take a moment to picture our streets from the bustling avenues of the city center to the barangay roads that connect our communities. We see electric posts covered with layers of posters, tarpaulins fluffing in the wind, and banners tied recklessly to traffic signs and street lights. What once a clean and orderly cityscape has become a patchwork of advertisement. Some are political, some are commercial, some promotional. But all of them, when unauthorized, contribute to visual pollution, undermine discipline, and compromise safety. This is not Naga we want to show the world. This is not the Naga that reflects our pride as a heart beacon. Why this ordinance is urgent? Public safety, utility posts are lifelines carrying electricity and communication. They are not designed to bear the weight of tarpaulins or streamers. Unauthorized posting risk damages, sparks, and accident. Worse, posters on traffic signs confuse motorists and endanger lives. Urban dignity, our streets should reflect discipline, order, and civic pride, not to be plastered with clutter. Environmental responsibility. Most of these materials are made of plastic. When turned down, they end up to waterways and landfills, contributing to pollution. Governance integrity. Unauthorized posting undermine and our ordinances and weaken respect for rule of law. What the ordinance provides. This ordinance is not about silencing voices. It's about discipline, order, and respect to public space. A strict prohibition. No advertisements may be posted on electric posts, telephone posts, utility posts, traffic posts, street lights, posts, or similar public structures. Penalties, clear fines, and sanctions will be imposed on violators to ensure accountability. Designated posting areas. The city will provide bulletin boards and legal spaces for announcements, so legitimate promotion and redacted, not suppressed. Partnership with utilities, collaboration with and telecom companies will safeguard infrastructure and protect citizens. A call to discipline and civic pride. This ordinance is about more than posters in tarpaulins. It's about the kind of city we want Naga to be. Do we want to be remembered as a city that allowed clutter to overwhelm its streets, or a city that stood firm for order, safety, and beauty? Just remember a clean pole, a clean traffic sign, an uncluttered street. These are not rival matters. They reflect the values of the community that cares for its people and environment. As we prepare our festivals like the Peña Francia, when thousands of visitors flock on our city, let us ensure that what they see in Naga, that is clean, disciplined, and proud. Let us show them that we are not only the Horta Bicol, but also a city that values order and respect. Let us also think about children. What kind of city will they inherit? Will they grow up surrounded by clutter? Or they will walk streets that inspire pride, discipline, and respect for the public space? Broader implication, passing this ordinance is not just about cleaning posts. It's also about setting a precedent or guide in the future. If we can ensure discipline here, we can enforce discipline in other aspects of governance. If we can protect our public spaces, we can protect our environment, our heritage, and our future. This ordinance is a reminder that government is not only about grand projects, it's also about the small everyday acts of discipline that shape the character of the city. Conclusion, Mr. Presiding Officer, esteemed colleagues, let us act decisively. Let us pass this ordinance and send a clear message. Naga City will not tolerate advertisement clutter. Will protect our public structures, safeguard our citizens, and preserve the beauty of our city for generation to come. Let's stand together for Naga that is clean, safe, and proud. And my request the Committee on Laws and Ordinance to please include matter of my previous speech into this session. Thank you very much.
Thank you, City Councilor Madam Maria Corazon Peñaflor. Any other privileged speech from the council? Yes. City Councilor Attorney Aris Bacaraig.
Yes, Mr. Chair, I just want to manifest that I fully support the proposed ordinance of City Councilors Peñaflor and Baldemoro. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, City Councilor Macaraig. Any other privileged speech? Yes, the head of the SK, City Councilor Jepson Felix.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Diyos marhay na pagkaga po sa tuyang gabos. Mr. Presiding Officer, distinguished colleagues, I rise today to seek the support of this honorable body for a resolution declaring Senator Paulo Benigno Bam Aquino IV as an adopted son of the city of Naga. This is not just a title that should be given lightly. It is reserved for people whose public service, principles, and relationship with our city have earned the respect of the Nagueño people. Senator Bam Aquino's record speaks clearly. From his early service as chairperson of the National Youth Commission to his work in the Senate, he has consistently pushed for causes that matter deeply to our people: education, youth empowerment, entrepreneurship, and good governance. Through the Free College Law, the Go Negosyo Act, and the Youth Entrepreneurship Act, he helped create opportunities for students, young people, small entrepreneurs, and the ordinary Filipino people. But this resolution is not based on his national record alone. Senator Bam has also stood with Naga City. He defended the dignity of our city when it was unfairly attacked. He engaged our local leadership. More importantly, he came here, visited our public schools, and saw for himself the conditions faced by our learners and teachers: the flooded classrooms, the damaged facilities, and the shortage of safe learning spaces. He did not simply acknowledge the problem. He carried the issue into his work in the Senate and pushed for stronger participation of local governments in addressing the classroom shortage nationwide. And that matters to us because Nagas always believed that governance must be felt on the ground. It must be felt by the student who finally gets a safe classroom. It must be felt by the parent whose child is given a better chance. It must be felt by communities that are trusted and empowered to solve their own problems. And this declaration does not grant Senator Bam any legal privilege, financial benefit, or special entitlement. It is an honorary civic recognition, an expression of the gratitude and respect of the city. And more than that, it is also a statement about the kind of leadership that we value. We value leaders who turn principles into policy. We value leaders who believe in the capacity of young people. We value leaders who respect local governments and understand the realities of communities. And we value leaders who know that public service is not measured by the number of speeches delivered, but by the number of lives improved. A person does not become a son of a city by birthplace alone. Sometimes, that place is earned through service, solidarity, and genuine commitment to its people. And for these reasons, I respectfully ask this honorable body to support the declaration of Senator Paulo Benigno Bam Aquino IV as an adopted son of the city of Naga. Diyos mabalos po.
Thank you. City Councilor Jefferson Felix. Any other privileged speech? Yes. City Councilor General Omar Buenafe.
Mr. Chair, honorable colleagues of the 15th Sangguniang, our counterparts, good morning.
Good morning.
And good morning also to those monitoring on our social media platforms. I rise today to express concern over the recent incident violence in campuses that are perpetrated by minors, the students themselves. And right now, we have heard reports that in Tacloban City, there were already 4 fatally injured and became casualties of this violent incident. And there are many others that injured students of certain campus in Tacloban City. This is really very concerning, and they are most, according to the evaluation of some experts, these were probably influenced by social media. In the city of Naga, we recognize the vital role of parents, guardians, schools, communities, and government institutions in ensuring the healthy development of children. The recent incidents of youth violence, cyberbullying, online threats, glorification of violence, and other harmful online activities have highlighted the need for greater parental supervision and community intervention regarding minors' exposure to social media content. With the Constitution, the Local Government Code, the Juvenile Justice and Welfare Act, the Child and Youth Welfare Code, and other applicable laws, the city government adopts policies that protect minors from harmful online content while respecting lawful access to information and freedom of expression. That is why today, Mr. Chair, honorable colleagues, and our CYO, I am submitting today, before the end of this session, a draft of one proposed ordinance establishing the responsible social media use and parental accountability for minors of the City of Naga, providing guidelines media by minors 15 years old and below, strengthening accountability, promoting digital safety, and for other purposes. This will protect, this ordinance aims to protect minors from harmful social media content that promotes violence, criminal conduct, self-harm, bullying, na-overuse na sa itong mikropono. Accountability minors online, promote digital literacy, responsible online behavior and mental wellness, reduce incidents of youth violence and juvenile delinquency associated with harmful online influence, and foster cooperation among families, schools, barangays, and government agencies. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you very much, City Councilor Omar Buenafe. Will somebody check the sound system? Any other privileged speech from the members of the City Council? Okay. City Youth Vice Mayor Dan Ragay.
Anyone from the City Youth Councilors would like to avail the privilege time? Acknowledging City Youth Councilor Lawrence Jethro Mundo.
Thank you. Thank you. So our presiding officer, Honorable Gabriel H. Bordado, to the City Youth Vice Mayor, Honorable Dan Christian Regay, to my SP counterpart, Honorable Elmer S. Baldemoro, to the members of the Sangguniang Panlungsod that are also our counterparts, to my fellow City Youth officials, visitors of this August Chamber, and those who are watching online, Diyos marhay na aga po sa Indogabos. I rise for the matter of pride and profound gratitude. Today marks another milestone, not just because we are gathered here for this session, but because of who are sitting at the tables in front of me. Standing before you today, I cannot help but look around and feel the weight of immense trust that has been given to us. For the longest time, the narrative surrounding the youth has been always that we are the hopes of the motherland, a promise reserved for the future. But by opening the doors of this august body, by establishing the Naga City Youth Officials Program, and by welcoming us into the doors of your offices, especially this hall, you have changed that narrative. You have boldly declared that the youth are not merely the leaders of tomorrow, we are your partners today. Knowing the gravity of the decisions made here, I asked myself, how can I best honor the space I've been given? The answer lies in the very nature of this program. By giving me a seat here today, you didn't just give me a desk, give me your trust. Even in these early hours of our partnership, you haven't looked down on my age. Instead, you have looked forward to hearing what the youth have to say. That, to me, is the true nature and spirit of Naga. We are the city that does not just talk about youth empowerment. We live it, and we practice it every single day. To my counterpart, Honorable Elmer S. Baldemoro, sir, we have walked a path together even before this program, from 2015 up until now. I remember working hand in hand with you back when I was the child representative of this city and the president of the Naga City Children's Federation. Today, we meet again, but an entirely new setting and from a brand new perspective on my end. I am incredibly grateful to be your counterpart because I already know the depth of wisdom I will gain from you just as I have in the past. I look forward to working with you for the rest of this term so that we can continue what we started and ensure that the children and youth of Naga City remain vibrant, involved, and active in our city's progress. Sir, together, let us continue to live up the very line we championed, kaaki ang nagenyo, aktibo, that I am still living up until today, ang pagiging aktibo. Pero ngunyan, bako lang sa kaakian, kundi patian sa kahovenan. All the city leaders in this room, thank you in advance for the guidance you will share over the coming weeks to all of us. I look forward to a partnership where our voices are validated and where we can learn firsthand the ropes of true governance and authentic public service. Your mentorship is a gift I do not take lightly, and I am eager to work alongside each and every one of you. Because of this opportunity, I stand here fully inspired. Being a city youth official is not merely a ceremonial title to flaunt, but a profound duty to fulfill. When the wisdom, experience, and institutional knowledge of the Sangguniang Panlungsod meet the passion, energy, and fresh eyes of the youth, progress happens. Thank you, Vice Mayor Gabi, and to all the members of this council for believing that the youth of the city belong at this table. Just mabalos po sa inyo, Gabas.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable City Youth Councilor Lawrence Jethro Bermudo. Anyone else from the City Youth Councilors? Acknowledging City Youth Councilor Honorable Ariel Capos.
To our Vice Mayor Honorable Gabriel H. Bordado, to our City Youth Vice Mayor Dan Christian Ragay, for our councilors, and to my fellow City Youth Councilors and for the people present today, marhaban adlaw. First and foremost, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to my counterpart, Honorable Maria Corazon Peñaflor, for her dedication, hard work, and commitment in serving the community. Thank you for your partnership and continuous advocating programs and opportunities that empower people. It is an honor to work alongside you in our shared vision of serving people. I rise today for a privilege that we often hear people say that the youth are the future. It is a statement that we have heard countless times, and while it is scarce truth, I believe it is incomplete. The youth are not only the future, we are part of the present. The challenges we face are happening now. The dreams we pursue are being built now. The contributions we make to our communities are happening now. The youth sector possesses creativity, innovation, and passion. We bring fresh perspectives to the issues facing with our communities. When young people are empowered, communities become stronger. When young people are trusted, they become leaders. And when young people are heard, meaningful changes become possible. These experiences have taught me that the youth are not defined by their age. We are defined by our resilience. We have also defined by our willingness to rise after setback, to continue dreaming despite obstacles, and to keep believing that our efforts can make difference. To my fellow youth, never underestimate the power of your voice. Your ideas, your actions, your dreams matter. Continue to lead with integrity, serve with compassion, and work towards creating positive change in our community. Let us continue building a city where every young person feel heard, valued, and empowered to succeed. As I conclude, I would like to leave everyone with this thought. The strength of our community is not reflected in how it values its young people. We want to be a better future. We must invest to the youth today. We must listen to their voices, support their aspirations, and believe in their potential. The future is not being something that we simply wait for it. It is something that we build together through the decisions we make, the opportunities we create, and for the people we choose to empower. Marhay na aga sa gabos, Diyos mabalos asin mabuhay ang covenant.
Thank you very much, Honorable Ariel M. Capos. Anyone else from the city? Okay. Acknowledging Honorable Louisiana Catrice Tibatib.
Good morning, City Vice Mayor Honorable Gabriel H. Bordado Jr. and Honorable Dan Christian Biragay, our City Youth Vice Mayor. And of course, to esteemed members of the Council, distinguished guests, fellow youth leaders, and everyone present. I extend my warm greetings to all. Last night, my mother and I were walking down the sidewalk near Grandmaster Mall. Exhaustion wrapped itself around us like heavy chains. We were quietly talking as we made our way home. Then I suddenly spoke. Alam mo, Mami, kapag feeling ko pagal-pagal na ako, iniisip ko na mas pagal ang nagpapaklase sa kuya. At that moment, she glanced at me with teary gaze. In my mind, I told myself, kahit pagod na pagod ako, hindi ko makuhang sumuko. Dahil hindi naman ako sinusukuan ng nagpapaaral sa akin. It is my sincere hope that everyone may be afforded the same privilege that I have been fortunate to experience. I stand here before you today, not merely as a leader, but a student and a daughter. We must be a good role model to our community. Let them recognize the opportunities and platforms through which they can learn, lead, make a difference. Limitless, but with boundaries. Inspire and empower. That will start with a pen and a paper, a sound before the music. It starts with education. Education is a fundamental pillar of societal development, empowering individuals with knowledge, skills, and values necessary to become productive citizens, contribute to economic growth, and actively participate in nation building. Hindi lahat ng gustong mag-aral ay nakakapag-aral. Hindi lahat ay may kakayang bumili ng libro, papel, at panulat. Hindi lahat ay may maayos at tahimik na sulok upang mag-aral. Hindi lahat ay may lakas loob na mangarap ng mataas. These are the depths of reality we are facing. Thus, improving the quality of education requires a comprehensive approach that will target the underlying cause of the problem. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you so much, Honorable Louisiana Catrice Tibatib. Anyone else from the honorable body? Acknowledging City Youth Councilor Francis Ray V. Alferez.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Good morning, Mr. Presiding Officer, Vice Mayor Gabi Bordado, City Youth Vice Mayor Dan Christian Ragay, to Honorable Councilors, my counterpart, Doc Jess Albius, fellow City Youth Councilors, and distinguished guests, Malco, a pleasant morning to everyone. Before I begin, I would like to express my deepest and most sincere gratitude to my family, friends, and professors, whose guidance and support and encouragement have significantly shaped my skills, character, and personal growth. As I stand in the comfort of this august hall today, my heart is heavy. I am reminded of profound and urgent responsibility that we bear as representatives of the youth. Today, on behalf of the Naga City Youth Officials 2026, we stand to condemn the recent incident that happened in Tacloban City that caused our fellow students deep stress, intense anxiety, and severe trauma. On June 22, the nation woke up to a nightmare we never thought we would see on our shores. At San Jose National High School in Tacloban City, a place that should have been a sanctuary of learning became a scene of horror. A shooting incident allegedly perpetrated by two minors tragically claimed the lives of 3 young innocent students and left several others physically and emotionally scared. Mr. Chair, this incident hits close to home because the root causes the toxic culture of bullying, social isolation, and the unaddressed mental health struggles of our youth are issues that exist in every school across our country, including our very own city. Hindi natin inaakala, the suspects are teenagers, the victims are teenagers, the witnesses are teenagers, who are now suffering from profound psychological trauma. Our youth are resilient, but we are not invisible. We cannot afford to wait for an incident like this to echo in our classroom before we take action. I'm calling different institutions to urgently assess and strengthen our local school-based mental health programs, reinforce genuine, compassionate anti-bullying mechanism, and ensure that counseling offices in our schools are fully equipped to catch struggling students before they fall into despair or violence. Dai kita magtugot na ini mangyari sa tong syudad. Lalo na kita ang panalmingan kan maray asin tuninong na syudad. Diyos mabalos.
Thank you so much, Honorable Francis Ray Alvarez. Anyone else from the honorable body who would like to avail the privileged time? There being none, I am passing once again to...
Thank you, City Youth Vice Mayor Dan Ragay. Next item, please.
Next, approval of the order of business.
City Youth Councilor, City Councilor Attorney Rosales.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I just move, Mr. Chairman, to dispense with the reading of the order of business and for the inclusion of the following items. First, under special business and order, as item number 2, the subject matter of the privileged speech of the Honorable Jefferson Romeo Felix, a proposed resolution declaring Senator Bam Aquino IV as an adopted son of Naga City in recognition of his reform-driven public service and commitment to education, youth empowerment, local development, and participatory and accountable governance. As item number 3 of SPO, a proposed resolution authored by the Honorable Francisco M. Mendoza, Honorable Gilda Gail Abunal Gomez, co-sponsored by City Youth Councilors Althea Isabel Reyes and Kishi Gabriel Regalado, requesting the Department of Health and the Department of Budget and Management, the Philippine Health Insurance Corporation, and the Department of Interior and Local Government to promulgate the guidelines for the grant of incentives to public health workers sourced from the PhilHealth Yakap Capitation Fund. So item number 4, a proposed resolution expressing the profound congratulations and commendations of the Sangguniang, Panlungsod, and the city government to Camarines Sur National High School for emerging as the international grand champion in the International Dengue Slayers Challenge 2026 held during the Asia Dengue Summit last June 15 to 17 at the Orchard Hotel Singapore, sponsored by Honorable Francis Ray Alvarez and Honorable Jesse R. Albius. Item number 5, a proposed resolution authored by the Honorable Elmer Baldemoro, City Youth Councilor Lawrence Jethro Bermundo, expressing the full support of the city government for House Bill number 4130, providing for a universal monthly social pension of 2,000 pesos to persons with disabilities and urging its immediate passage into law. As item number 6, a proposed resolution of the Honorable Melvin Ramon Buenafe expressing profound gratitude and appreciation and commending Police Colonel Gilbert Fariñas for his exemplary leadership and dedicated service as City Director of Naga City Police Office. So item number 7, marked as urgent by the City Mayor, is a request for the passage of a resolution authorizing her to sign the non-disclosure agreement with Ramesses Systems Incorporated relative to the enhanced tax revenue assessment collection system. As item number 8, marked as urgent by the City Mayor, is a request for the passage of a resolution authorizing her to to file the appropriate petition for the reissuance of owner's duplicate copy of Transfer Certificate of Title number 15353 before the Regional Trial Court of Naga City. This pertains to the 360 square meter parcel of land at Bagong Bayan Norte, forming part of the proposed Bagong Bayan Norte multipurpose building. Sa item number 9, marked as urgent by the City Mayor, is a request for the authority to negotiate and sign a memorandum of agreement with the Department of Transportation relative to the implementation of the service contracting project. And last, under special business and order, is item number 10, marked as urgent by the City Mayor, is a request for the passage of a resolution authorizing her to enter, negotiate, and sign a memorandum of agreement with University of the Philippines relative to the implementation of local health systems services in support of the universal health care implementation. Under unfinished business, Mr. Chairman, as item number 10, the joint committee report of the committee hearing of the Committee on Transport and Laws and Ordinances. Item number 11, the report of the Committee on Agriculture. Item number 12, the report of the Committee on Organizational Development and Review. Attached is the proposed ordinance of this representation establishing a personal rationalization policy and regulating the engagement of job order and contract of service personnel in the city government of Naga. It's item number 14.
13.
It's item
Yes.
number 13.
Item number 13 is a proposed ordinance of the Honorable Jesse R. Albios adopting the Drinking Water Code of Naga City, consolidating and strengthening local policies on drinking water, quality regulation, monitoring, and enforcement consistent with national sanitation and drinking water laws and standards, and for other purposes. So item number 14, the proposed ordinance of the Honorable Melvin Ramon Buenafe, prohibiting government officials and employees, private individuals, groups, and private entities, loan operators, and household beneficiaries of 4Ps in using or accepting the issued 4Ps cash card as collateral for loan, and providing penalties for violation thereof. Under new business, Mr. Chairman, as item number 7, the proposed resolution of the Honorable Jefferson Romeo Felix, co-authored by Honorable Iliad Kishi Nicole Chavez, adopting the supplemental rules and amending section 17, 37, and 38 of Resolution number 2025-283, otherwise known as the Rules of Procedure of the 15th Sangguniang Panlungsod. So item number 8, subject matter of the privileged speech of the Honorable Maria Corazon and Peña Flor, a proposed ordinance regulating and prohibiting the unauthorized posting, installation, hanging, and display of advertisement boards, tarpaulins, streamers, posters, banners, and other promotional materials on electric posts, telephone posts, utility poles, traffic posts, street light posts, and other public structures within the territorial jurisdiction of Naga City, providing penalties for violations thereof and for other purposes. Last, under new business, the proposed ordinance of Honorable Francisco M. Mendoza, co-authored by Honorable Gilda Gail Abonal Gomez, entitled An Ordinance Establishing the Peña Francia Primary Health Care Facility at Barangay Peña Francia, Naga City. Under other matters, Mr. Chairman, as item number 2, a letter from the chairperson of the Naga City People's Council endorsing the new permanent and alternate NCPC representatives to the Sangguniang Panlungsod Standing Committees. With the proposed inclusions, Mr. Chairman, I move for the approval of the order of business.
Any second?
Sir Chair.
Any objection?
Sir Chair.
Yes, Councilor Aris Macaraig.
With the indulgence of the chairman of the Committee on Rules, may I propose the inclusion for under special business a resolution expressing our sincere sympathy and deep condolences to Mr. Felipe Ramon Philip Torres Imperial II, a former president of the Metro Naga Chamber of Commerce, a true Nagueño, and an exemplary civic leader, Mr. Chair.
Reaction from the chairman of the Committee on Rules?
Under special business and order.
Okay, so that will be under SBO, item number 15.
11.
11?
11 po.
Okay, on item number 11.
Mr. Chairman, we
Yes,
also have
Councilor Rosales.
the privileged speech of the Honorable Benafe under new business. I think this is a proposed resolution or ordinance. There is a proposed ordinance, Mr. Chairman, under new business.
So that will be item number
10.
10. Proposed.
Yes, Mr.
Any other inclusion? So please make the necessary motion.
Mr. Chairman, I reiterate my motion to approve the order of business for this morning.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved. Next item, please.
Next item is under special business order, item number 1, a resolution expressing the profound congratulation and commendation of the Sangguniang Panlungsod and the city government of Naga to Winmar Sebastian Navales Dichi of Barangay Triangulo for winning this gold medal of the 2026 Fan Asian Jiu-Jitsu G and No G International Open Competition held last June 13 at Ayala Mall Circuit, Makati City, sponsored by the Honorable Albios, Honorable Francis Alferez.
City Councilor Dr. Jesse Albios, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Last June 13, 2026, a 10-year-old resident of Barangay Triangulo and a student of Triangulo Elementary School won a gold medal at the 2026 Pan-Asian Jiu-Jitsu GI and No-G International Open Competition held at Ayala Mall Circuit, Makati. So with this achievement, Mr. Chair, may I move for a passage of a resolution congratulating, commending Winmar Sebastian Navales Dichi of Barangay Triangulo. So move, Mr. Chair.
On joint and collective motion. Next item, please.
Next is another proposed resolution authored by the Honorable Jefferson Romeo Felix and co-authored by Honorable Iliad Kishi Nicole Chavez. A resolution declaring Senator Paulo Benigno Bam Aquino IV as an adopted son of Naga City in recognition of his reform-driven public service and commitment to education, youth empowerment, local development, and participatory and accountable governance.
City Councilor Jefferson Felix, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Dear colleagues, allow me to read some of the whereas clauses in this proposed resolution. Naga City has long stood for a form of governance grounded in competence, citizen participation, accountability, innovation, and concrete results for the people, and recognizes public servants. Leadership reflects and advances these values. The Honorable Paulo Benigno Bam Aquino IV, Senator of the Republic of the Philippines, has built a record of reform-driven public service focused on expanding access to education, supporting Filipino entrepreneurs, empowering young people, strengthening local communities, and advancing responsive and accountable governance. Senator Aquino championed key national reforms, including the Republic Act 109, otherwise known as the Universal Access to Quality Tertiary Education Act, the Republic Act 10644, otherwise known as the Go Negosyo Act, and the Republic Act 10679, otherwise known as the Youth Entrepreneurship Act, which expanded educational opportunities, strengthened support for micro, small, and medium enterprises, and promoted financial entrepreneurship among young Filipinos. Whereas, in the 2025 national and local elections, Senator Aquino emerged as the top senatorial choice of Naga City, with 69,086 votes, reflecting the confidence of the Nagaño electorate in his public service, reform agenda, and commitment to education, youth empowerment, opportunity, and good governance. And also, in October 2025, Senator Aquino visited Naga City and personally inspected Julian B. Militon Elementary School and Mabolo Elementary School, where learners and teachers faced flooding, damage and unusable classrooms, classroom shortages, and disruptions in the regular conduct of classes. And he was also able to commit to address such shortages. Also, the Sangguniang Panlungsod of Naga earlier adopted Resolution number 2025-702, favorably supporting Senate Bill 121, the original Classroom Acceleration Program measure authored by Senator Aquino, in recognition of its potential to address the shortages. And we have been very supportive of his legislations ever since. Given this, Mr. Chair, be it resolved, as it is hereby resolved to declare the Honorable Paulo Benigno Bam Aquino IV, Senator of the Republic of the Philippines, as an adopted son of the City of Naga. And that through this distinction, the City of Naga recognizes Senator Aquino not only for his accomplishments, but also for what his leadership represents in the national arena, a politics that expands opportunities, empowers communities, and strengthens democratic participation and measures the public service by its concrete results in the lives of the people. So with this, Mr. Chair, may I move that we pass on joint and collective motion a resolution declaring Senator Paulo Benigno Bam Aquino IV as an adopted son of the City of Naga in recognition of his reform-driven public service and commitment to education, youth empowerment, and participatory and accountable governance. So I move, Mr. Chair.
But before we act on your proposed resolution, any comment or comment from the city councilors? Yes, Councilor Aris Macaray.
I just want to manifest again my support to the proposed resolution, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, City Councilor Attorney Aris Macaray. How about from the city youth officials?
Any comment from the Honorable City Youth Councilors? Any remarks?
Okay, please make the final motion. City Councilor Jepson Felix.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. To reiterate, Mr. Chair, I move for the passage on joint and collective motion, the passage of a resolution declaring Senator Bam Aquino as an adopted son of the City of Naga. So I move, Mr. Chair.
Joint and collective. Next item, please.
Next is the proposed resolution authored by the Honorable Francisco Mendoza, Honorable Hilda Gilabunal Gomez, Honorable Althea Isabel Reyes, and Honorable Kishi Gabriel Regalado. A resolution respectfully requesting the Department of Health, the Department of Budget and Management, the Philippine Health Insurance Corporation, and the Department of the Interior and Local Government to promulgate the guidelines for the grant of incentives to public health workers sourced from the PhilHealth Yakap Capitation Fund.
Comment from one of the principal authors, City Councilor Frank Mendoza, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This is actually the offshoot, the meeting of the local health board yesterday. During that meeting, the city accountant produced an opinion from the Department of Budget and Management, wherein the Assistant Secretary of DBM declared that the grant of incentives charged against the PhilHealth Yakap Capitation Fund. Ini po si tinataong share, hali sa remittance, hali sa PhilHealth, sa mga doctors, midwives, barangay health workers, etc. Out of that capitation fund. The DBM ASIC declared it to be without basis in law, citing a provision of the Joint Memorandum Circular, wherein it states that the grant of such incentive requires the issuance of a separate guideline coming from those offices. Now, up to the present, no such guidelines has been issued. And the city accountant also said that some of the LGUs which granted the incentives were already issued audit observation memorandum. So during that meeting, the local health board and the chair, the Honorable City Mayor, said that no further incentives would be released until the guidelines is issued. So that is the basis for requesting the concerned agencies to promptly issue the needed guidelines. So if I may read the title, it is addressed to...
So are you saying that the incentives being given to the employees of the city health office and other entities are now being withdrawn?
Suspended.
Suspended?
Until such time that the guidelines is issued.
When did it start?
The opinion was issued this month. I think it was just last June 16, if I'm not mistaken with the date.
June 16.
The opinion was issued in response to a request of the Philippine Association of Accountants, the Organization of Public Accountants in Government, seeking guidelines. Ang sabi kay mga accountants, kung basahon si mga inisyo kang PhilHealth kan DOH, day malinaw kung ano ang base pag-isyo katong incentives.
So in other words, they are saying that these incentives being given to the health workers do not have any basis.
That is the opinion of the Assistant Secretary of DBM. While it is not legally binding, but we have to give weight to such, considering that it was issued by a competent and high officer of the DBM.
But you are saying here that it's just the opinion of an assistant secretary of the DBM.
Yes, but considering that it came from a senior official of the DBM and it treats on matters related to budget, we have to give weight to such opinion.
And at this stage, no written memorandum or order has been released?
None.
By the DBM?
None. But it is quite clear, Mr. Chair, in the joint memorandum circular on the guidelines on the utilization of the Special Health Fund that there must be a guideline before the grant of the incentive. Actually, yan po si provision na pinadatulan kang ASEC, kang DBM.
How come that the incentives were given when this particular guideline was already existing?
The practice then, Mr. Chair, was to copy the practice in hospitals. Sa mga hospital kaya, mga inpatient, may pig-aapod na case rate. For each illness, igwang fixed rate. They call it a case rate. 60% of that would go to the hospital, 40% would go to the professional. Kang implement ining consulta package in YACAP, inarog po itong formulang ito. Kaya nangyari, 40% kang yakap, capitation, halian sa PhilHealth, pigtataw sa mga health workers. Inaraw lang itong formula kang sa mga hospital. Ang difference, Mr. Chair, just to clarify, kung sa hospital, inpatient ang apod kan case rate. Sa mga outpatient, araw kang yakap, dahil man yan naglalawag sa hospital, ang apod kan tinataw kang PhilHealth, capitation. So, naman sa case rate, 40% goes to professional fees. While sa case kang yakap, mayo man talagang sinasabi kong percent. Ang ginito lang, kinupya lang itong practice sa mga inpatient. Pero with the recent opinion of the ASEC, that practice raises a question. Kaya si decision po kang local health board, isuspend mo na pag-grant kang incentive until such time that the guidelines is issued. So, considering nakadakol po nag-aasa dyan, we are...
Yeah, precisely. A lot of people are banking on these incentives.
Yes, that's a level of urgency in passing this so that we can urge the concerned departments to promptly issue the necessary guidelines.
Okay, please. Thank you.
So with that, jointly with my co-authors, Councilor Hilda Gail Abunal Gomez, and our respective City Youth Councilor counterparts, we propose the adoption of this resolution on joint and collective action.
Joint and collective motion. Next item, please.
Next is the proposed resolution authored by the Honorable CYO Francis Ray Alferez and Honorable Jesse R. Albios. A resolution expressing the profound congratulation and commendation of the Sangguniang Panlungsod and the City Government of Naga to Camarines Sur National High School for emerging as the international grand champion in the International Slayer Challenge 2026 held during the Asia Dinghy Summit last June 15 to 17 at the Orchard Hotel in Singapore.
City Councilor Dr. Jesse Albios.
Acknowledging City Youth Councilor Francis Ray Alferez to deliver.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So, I move to the passage of this resolution expressing the profound congratulations and commendation of the Sangguniang Panlungsod and the City Government of Naga to Camarines Sur National High School for emerging as the international grand champion in the International Dengue Slayers Challenge 2026 held during the Asia Dengue Summit last June 15 to 17, 2026 at the Orchard Hotel, Singapore. So, this resolution is expressing the profound congratulations of the Sangguniang Panlungsod in the city government. This event held on Orchard Hotel in Singapore on June 15 to 17, 2026, and our
City Youth Councilor Alferez, what do you mean by Dinghy Slayers?
This is the competition po about dengue.
How's that again?
Competition po. That's
competition about
this is a research competition
dengue?
po. Yes.
Research
Yes.
competition.
Yes, Mr.
That's
Chair.
clear enough.
Apo.
All the while I was thinking that the bigger the number of people who got dengue will be the winner.
No, Mr. Chair. So the student involved in this competition is Kaiser Francis Badyong, Glenn J. Coronel, and Adrian Saber Moral. So, again, Mr. Chair, I move to the passage of this resolution expressing the proposal.
So in other words, City Youth Councilor Alferez, the Camarines Sur National High School team managed to submit the best research
Exactly,
paper.
Mr. Chair. Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
Again, Mr. Chair, I move to the passage of this resolution expressing the profound congratulations and commendation of the Sangguniang Panlungsod and the City Government of Naga to Camarines Sur National High School for emerging as the international grand champion in the International Dengue Slayer Challenge 2026 held during the Asia Dengue Summit last June 15 to 17, 2026 at the Orchard Hotel, Singapore. So move, Mr. Chair. Joint and collective motion.
On joint and collective motion. Next item, please.
Next is proposed resolution authored by the Honorable Elmer Baldimoro and co-authored by Honorable Lawrence Jetro Bermundo, a resolution expressing the full support of the City Government of Naga for House Bill number 4130, providing for a universal monthly social pension of 2,000 pesos to persons with disabilities and urging its immediate passage into law.
Yes, Councilor Baldimoro.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, as we all know, persons with disabilities facing numerous social and economic challenges, and if they were given a monthly social pension of 2,000 pesos, it could address their daily living expenses, their healthcare needs, the mobility requirements, and other disability-related costs. And maybe, Mr. Chair, with the passage of this resolution, it could speed up the passage of this House bill. So may I move, Mr. Chair, together with my City Youth Councilor, the passage of a resolution expressing the full support of the City Government of Naga for House Bill number 4130, providing for a universal monthly social pension of 2,000 pesos to person with disabilities in urging its immediate passage into law on joint and collective motion.
Joint and collective.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Next item, please.
Next is the proposed resolution authored by the Honorable Melvin Ramon Buenape, a resolution expressing profound gratitude and appreciation and commending Police Colonel Gilbert P. Parinas for his exemplary leadership and dedicated service as City Director of Naga City Police Office.
City Councilor General Omar Buenafe.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. We will recall that Police Colonel Gilbert Fareñas served the City of Naga from June 2025 to June 2026. So recently he was replaced by Police Colonel Rizalde Caballero as the Naga City Police Office City Director. With services rendered by Colonel Fareñas, Naga City has experienced a relatively peaceful situation due to his dedication to duty and the conduct of various anti-criminality and public safety operations that help ensure the safety and peace and order of Naga City. So with that, Mr.
How
Chair,
many years, by the way, how many years did
about
Colonel
1 year.
Fariñas serve here in Naga?
1 year almost, because it was from June 12, 2025 to June 2, 2026.
Only
So,
1 year?
1 year, Mr. Chair.
Isn't it that the standard time frame is 3 years?
Mr. Chair, the maximum is 2 years, but they are already credited as having completed their
So right now the maximum stay should be 2 years, not 3 years.
Yes, Mr. Chair. However, when they reach 6 months, it's already considered as having completed their stint in the career position as city director.
So in other words, Colonel Fariñas was not involved in any problem here.
I have not known of any information regarding having problems
Because
that are related to his career, Mr. Chair.
he was reassigned without any reason.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Accordingly, it's part of the regular movement of officers. When we move officers, it's not only due to problems that they encountered, it's also due to promotional advancement or career advancement, Mr. Chair. So, being a full colonel and having a few years remaining in the service, one aspires also to reach the star rank, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you. Reaction from City Councilor Aris Bacaraig.
I personally support the resolution of Honorable Councilor Benafe and I attest to the efforts and credibility and character of this Colonel Fariñas, especially in addressing the first year of the administration of our city mayor, the first turbulent years, considering that there were several heinous crimes which happened, and dealing with that, we have worked together with Colonel Fariñas, and I can say that his dedication is really for Naga City's welfare, and so I support the resolution.
Thank you, City Councilor Macaraig. Any other comment? Yes, City Councilor David Casper Nathan Serio.
I also support the resolution of Councilor Omar Benafe. Si Colonel Fariñas, to my knowledge, assign sa ibang lugar dahil tapos na si term limit na siya dito sa Naga. May mga periodo lang pala niya na sa lugar na official ka, mag-stay ka dyan, mag-serve ka dyan sa particular period lang. Medyo nakasubra na. Kaya hinog na siyang
Actually,
i-transfer.
Councilor Serio, I was wondering why Colonel Fariñas was reassigned despite the fact that he just stayed here in Naga for less than 1 year.
Really?
Usually, our city directors stayed here for 2 years or even 3 years.
Kundi arrogant pag-explain ni General Omar.
Precisely.
Sa advancement ka mga opisyalis, baka mas kunya na kayo puan duman sa ibang lugar.
Yes, City Councilor Omar Buenafe can be relied upon as a resource person here because he was the former regional director of the PNP here in the Bicol region. Okay, so...
Yes, Mr. Chair, I have here also attached the accomplishment report submitted by the Naga City Police Office in relation to the stint of Police Colonel Gilbert Fariñas. So, Mr. Chair, may I restate my motion on joint and collective motion. I move for the passage of a resolution expressing profound gratitude and appreciation and commending Police Colonel Gilbert Fariñas for his exemplary leadership, dedicated service as City Director of Naga City Police Office. And I so move.
Joint collective.
On joint and collective motion.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Next item, please.
Next is a letter dated June 22 from the Office of the City Mayor seeking for the passage of a resolution authorizing her to sign the non-disclosure agreement with Ramesses System Incorporated relative to the Enhanced Tax Revenue Assessment Collection System or ETRAX engagement for Nagas local revenue generation, assessment, permitting, cashiering, and collection systems, specifically for business permit and licensing operations, real property tax assessment and collection services, treasury, cashiering function, and online payment facilities.
Any reaction or comment? Yes, City Councilor Mendoza.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This refers to our existing e-tracks. Our existing e-tracks is the old version. We are now trying to upgrade it to the latest version. But one requirement is that we should agree to the non-disclosure agreement with the owner of that software, Ramesses Systems. So with that, Mr. Chair, I move that we authorize the City Mayor to sign the non-disclosure agreement with Ramesses Systems Incorporated relative to the enhanced tax revenue assessment collection system to be implemented, to be deployed in our city. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Second. Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved. Next item,
Mr.
please.
Chairman.
Yes, Councilor Nelson.
Nag-abot na ang balaog kan mahal na Diyos.
Nathan Serio.
Nag-abot na ang balaog kan mahal na Diyos, Mr. Chairman. Apresyaron ta sa maimbod na buot. I move for recess.
Recess.
That is not debatable.
include a new item in the agenda marked as urgent by the City Mayor. Under SBO, Mr. Chairman, a request for the passage of a resolution asking the Department of Health to approve the realignment of the 25 million health facility enhancement program allocation originally intended for the repair and reconstruction of Naga City Hospital at Peña Francia Avenue to instead be utilized for the procurement of medical equipment for the same facility. This is marked as urgent, Mr. Chairman.
So that's item number 11?
12.
12. Okay.
And,
Item number 12.
And Mr. Chairman, may we first take up the promulgation of the decision of the case concerning Punong Barangay, Leon Chilipuit, as the matter is still under unfinished business and
okay, please.
The
Second.
Yeah. Proceed with the decision.
Under unfinished business, promulgation of the decision in the administrative case SP Admin Naga 2026-002, Lapid versus Libuit for grave misconduct and gross ignorance of the law.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes, City Councilor Attorney Rosales.
After the promulgation, may we request the Secretariat to just furnish a copy of the decision to the parties. And right now, we will just request her to read the dispositive portion of the decision. Thank you.
Again,
Mr.
we
Chairman.
wish to acknowledge the presence of Barangay Captain Libuit of Barangay Carolina. Please proceed with reading of the dispositive
Wherefore,
portion.
premises considered, finding no reason to hold Punong Barangay Leoncio Libuet liable for grave misconduct and gross ignorance of the law, this case is hereby dismissed.
Okay, thank you. Councilor Rosales?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. No further action needed. We'll just furnish copies of the decision.
Okay, thank you very much. Next item, please.
Next item under special business or order is a request from the Office of the City Mayor authorizing seeking for the passage of a resolution authorizing the City Mayor for and in behalf of the City of Naga to file the appropriate petition for reissuance of the owner's duplicate copy of the transfer certificate of title number 15353 before the proper regional trial court of Naga City, and to sign, execute, verify, and submit all pleadings, affidavits, certification, motions, manifestation, and other documents necessary or incidental thereto.
Any reaction or comment? Yes, Attorney Rosales.
Mr. Chairman, this is just a request for authority for the City Mayor to file the petition for reissuance of the owner's duplicate copy of the transfer certificate of title pertaining to the property acquired by the city government for purposes of a multipurpose building at Barangay Bagong Bayan, Norte.
Yes.
So I move, Mr. Chairman, for the grant of the request.
Any second?
Second.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved. Next item, please.
Next is another communication from the Office of the City Mayor requesting authority to negotiate and sign the memorandum of agreement with the Department of Transportation for the implementation of the service contracting project.
Any comment or reaction from the chairman of the Committee on Transport, Councilor Omar Buenape?
This is a continuing program of the Department of Transportation in partnership with the city government, and with the benefits that our people in the transport sector is getting out of this. May I move, Mr. Chair, paki-kuha that we pass a resolution granting authority to the city mayor to negotiate and sign the memorandum of agreement with the Department of Transportation for the implementation of the service contracting project. And I so move on joint and collective motion, Mr. Chair.
On joint and collective motion? Yes, Councilor Rosales?
Yeah. Mr. Chairman, the specific request of the city mayor is for an authority to utilize the city's existing trust fund account with the Land Bank of the Philippines for purposes of implementing the service contracting project. The necessary authority to negotiate and sign the memorandum of agreement was already granted in a previous resolution by the Sangguniang, Mr. Chairman. So may I move to amend the motion of the Honorable Buenafe to just specify that the authority is for the utilization of the existing trust fund account, or if the DOTR will not allow, for the city to open a separate trust fund account with Land Bank for purposes of the service contracting project. I so move, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved. Next item.
Next is communication from the Office of City Mayor seeking for the passage of a resolution authorizing her to enter into, negotiate, and sign the memorandum of agreement with the University of the Philippines relative to the implementation of the local health system, services in support of the universal health care implementation, including PhilHealth Yakap and other national programs.
Reaction from the co-chairman of the Committee on Health, Dr. Gail Abonal Gomez.
Yes, Mr. Chair, may I request that the City Youth counterpart of the Honorable Butch Borja be acknowledged.
Okay. The City Youth counterpart of Dr. Borja.
Acknowledging Honorable Ira Denise Calleja.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So this is pertaining to an agreement with the University of the Philippines for the implementation of local health system services in support of the UHC implementation, which includes Yakap national program. So may I therefore move that we pass a resolution to grant authority to the city mayor to enter into this agreement.
Any second?
On joint and collective motion.
Okay, this will be on joint and collective motion. Next item, please.
Next is a resolution expressing DFE's profound sympathy to Sir Philip Imperial, to the family of the bereaved, to the bereaved family of Sir Imperial.
So joint and collective again.
Mr. Chairman, for the record,
Yes, Councilor Sergio.
Ang mag-reflect siguro sa kanya, sa resolution, kasi ito tong pangalan niya. Felipe Ramon Torres Imperial II.
Felipe Ramon Torres
Imperial II.
Imperial II. So kindly take note of that, Madam Secretary. Thank you, City Councilor Sergio. Next item, please.
Next is another request from the Office of the City Mayor seeking for the passage of a resolution requesting for the realignment of the 25 million previously allocated under the Health Facility Enhancement Program for the repair and or reconstruction of the Naga City Hospital located along Peña Francia Avenue.
Okay, can we get the reaction of the co-chairman of the Committee on Health, Dr. Gail Abonal Gomez?
Mr. Chair, apologies. I have not seen this request yet. But I think it pertains to I think this was discussed yesterday in the local health board. There's a request for the realignment of the 25 million allocation that's originally intended for the repair of the Naga City General Hospital. Instead, it will be now used for the procurement of medical equipment, but still for the Naga City Hospital, Mr. Chair.
So kindly make the formal motion.
So may I therefore move, Mr. Chair, that we pass a resolution granting this request of the city mayor for the realignment of a request of the DOH for the realignment of the said allocation to be used for the procurement of medical equipment for the Naga City General Hospital. So move, Mr. Chair.
Second.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved. Next item, please.
Next item, under unfinished business, email sent last June 12 from Attorney Sol Santos providing certain documents relative to the proposed Naga City Central Cultural Heritage District Ordinance.
City Councilor Serio, Chairman of the Committee on Culture and the Arts.
Mr. Chairman, that be referred to that is pending with the Committee on Culture and the Arts.
So it's
Just
still
refer
pending
this.
with the Committee on Culture and the Arts. Next item, please.
Next is a letter dated June 8 from Mr. Alberto Villapuerte III, City Assessor, containing their comments on the proposed ordinance establishing Project Discovery.
Any comment regarding this item? Yes, Councilor Serio.
Mr. Chairman, that refers to my proposed ordinance that is pending with the Committee on Ways and Means.
So this particular item is still pending with the Committee on Ways and Means. Next item, please.
Next is a letter dated June 15 from Attorney Chris Mondliano, City Legal Office, containing their legal opinion on the factual and legal basis for the conversion of an agricultural land in Barangay Pacol, Naga City, and the possible legal remedies of the city government of Naga.
Comment from the Chairman of the Committee on Land Use, City Councilor Dr. Jesse Albius.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. May I move that this matter be referred to the Committee on Land Use?
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved. Next item, please.
Next is undated letter from Virginia L. Reyes, BP Student Development Service, Linkages and Scholarship of the Universidad de Santa Isabel de Naga Incorporated, containing their comments and recommendations on the proposed ordinance declaring Kinalas as the official culinary heritage of the city of Naga.
City Councilor Jefferson Felix.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This matter is still pending under the Committee on the Arts and Culture.
So this ordinance on Kinalas is still pending with the Committee on Culture and the Arts.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Next item, please.
Next is the email sent on June 16 from Mr. Florencio Mongoso Jr., General Manager of Metro Naga Water District, attached copy of the proposed ordinance adopting the Drinking Water Code of Naga City with their proposed adjustment.
Yes, Councilor Doc Jesse Albius.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This is pending with the Committee on Health and Nutrition.
So this particular proposed ordinance is still pending with the Committee on Health and Nutrition. Next item, please.
Next is the committee report with the Committee on Consumer Protection for the hearing last June 17.
Committee on Consumer Protection, and the report will be rendered by City Councilor Dr. Jesse Albius.
Mr. Chair, may I request acknowledgement of the report of the Committee on Consumer Protection?
Your report is duly acknowledged.
The committee hearing was held on June 17, 2026, and there was a quorum.
There was a quorum. Thank you.
Dalawang item was letter dated June 4, 2026 from Mr. Joseph Di Mabayaw requesting assistance in expediting and elevating to the Sangguniang Panlungsod the complaint against ESET 28 operations and maintenance solar services and Mr. Renato B. Layosa. May I proceed to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
The committee resolved to refer the matter to the city legal office for its legal opinion on the possible liability of Mr. Renato Layosa and ESET 28 operations and maintenance solar services arising from their operation and conduct of business transaction without a valid mayor's permit and to the city treasurer's office for appropriate action. So moved, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Resolved further to request the city legal office and the city treasurer's office to submit to the Sangguniang Panlungsod a report on the actions taken within 10 days from receipt hereof. So moved, Mr. Chair.
Again, any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Resolved finally to direct the Sangguniang Panlungsod Secretariat to furnish the city legal office and the city treasurer's office with copies of all documents and records pertaining to the matter that were submitted to the committee. So moved, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
That ends the report. Thank you.
Thank you, City Councilor Dr. Jesse Albios. Next
Mr.
item,
Chair.
please. Yes, City Councilor Mendoza.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. It looks like it has been established that ESET 28 operations and maintenance solar services has no valid mayor's permit. Is that so?
Reaction from City Councilor Doc Jesse Albios.
Yes, Mr. Chair. As per records of the city treasurer, the last mayor's permit was on October 2024.
With that, Mr. Chair, we do not have to wait for the legal opinion. The city treasurer's office or the city legal office can already issue a show cause order why they should not be shuttered in the absence of a valid mayor's permit. Sige lang haloy eh. The reality, Mr. Chair, is that there are many establishments without mayor's permit in Naga City because of the very long process. We can already issue a show cause order. So, probably, Mr. Chair, if I may, we can include among the disposition a directive to the City Treasurer's Office or the City Legal Office to issue a show cause order to the said entity to explain why they should not be closed in the absence of a valid mayor's permit.
Reaction?
Yes,
Dr.
Mr. Chair, this representation is amenable to the proposal of the Honorable Mendoza for the City Legal Office and the City Treasurer's Office to issue a show cause order to Mr. Renato Layosa for transaction without the valid mayor's permit.
So please make the motion.
So with that, Mr. Chair, as additional disposition, we direct the City Legal Office and the City Treasurer's Office to issue a show cause order to the aforementioned individual for transacting without a valid mayor's permit. So move, Mr. Chair.
Second.
Any second?
Second.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Again, thank you, City Councilor Doc Albios. Next item, please.
A letter dated June 17 from Mr. Marvin Sagon, acting City Enro, submitting their technical comments and recommendations on the proposed ordinance regulating the use of motor vehicle, exhaust system, prohibiting illegal modified and loud mufflers or open pipes within the jurisdiction of Naga City.
Reaction from the Chairman of the Committee on Transport, City Councilor Omar Buenafe.
Mr. Chair, this is still pending in the Committee of Laws and Ordinances, I believe.
So the item is still pending with the Committee on Laws and Ordinances. Okay. Next item, please.
Next is a letter dated June 17 from Dr. Ronaldo Amoranto, CSO head, containing their comments and recommendations on the proposed ordinance institutionalizing the Naga City HIV, STI, and Sexually Health Response Program, Naga City Red Ribbon Commitment Ordinance.
Reaction from the co-chairman of the Committee on Health, City Councilor Dr. Gayla Bonal Gomez.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. This is pending with the Committee on Health and Nutrition.
Still pending with the Committee on Health and Nutrition. Next item.
Next is the committee report of the Committee on Transport and Laws and Ordinances on the hearing last June 17.
Committee on Transport and Committee on Laws and Ordinances. The report will be rendered by...
Mr. Chair, the report will be rendered by Honorable CIO Councilor Bolocon.
City Youth Councilor Bolocon.
Mr. Chair, may I request for the acknowledgement for the Joint Committee hearing on Transport and Laws and Ordinances report.
Your report is duly acknowledged.
The committee hearing was held last June 17, 2026. There was a quorum, Mr. Chair.
There was a quorum. Thank you.
The first and only item was the proposed ordinance authored by Honorable Melvin Ramon G. Buenafe, providing guidelines for the accreditation of tricycle operators and drivers associations or TODA, and pedicab operators and drivers associations or PODA in the city of Naga, Camarines Sur, prescribing requirements, restrictions, and for other purposes. For its detail, Honorable Buenafe explained that he initiated the proposed measure in response to the unauthorized formation of Trimobile
Can
and
you
Pajak.
proceed to the disposition?
Mr. Chair, may I request for to proceed directly to disposition?
Yes, please.
On motion of Honorable Melvin Ramon G. Buenafe, duly seconded by Honorable Jesse R. Albius, the committee resolved to recommend to the Sangguniang Panlungsod the return of the matter to the proponent for revision, taking into consideration the comments and suggestions raised during the hearing. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
There being no further matters, Mr. Chair, that's the end of our report.
Thank you, City Youth Councilor Bolocon. Next item, please.
Next is the committee report of the Committee on Agriculture on the hearing last June 15.
Committee on Agriculture. The report will be rendered by City Councilor Frank Mendoza.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The report would be made by my esteemed counterpart, City Youth Councilor, I'll say Isabel Reyes.
Okay. Isabel is your daughter.
Mr. Chair, may I request for acknowledgement of this report for the Committee on Agriculture.
Your report is duly acknowledged.
So the committee hearing was held last June 15, 2026, and there was a quorum.
There was a quorum. Thank you.
The first and only item was the proposed ordinance authored by Honorable Francisco M. Mendoza, establishing the Tabang para OMA, Tabang Kooperativa, Tapatco program, defining the roles and obligations of the city government, local cooperatives, and farmer beneficiaries, and for other purposes. May I proceed to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
On motion of the proponent, Honorable Francisco Mendoza, duly seconded by Honorable Wilfredo Jokno, the committee resolved to recommend to the plenary of the following actions. First, to defer consideration of matter and return it to the proponent for the incorporation of the inputs and recommendation made by the committee members and stakeholders during the hearing. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
to request the City Agriculture Office to submit a report showing the type and quantity of farm inputs normally required in a rice field in Naga City for both inbred and hybrid varieties, and to include the estimated cost and returns for palay production at various farm gate price levels. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
To request the Agricultural and Biosystems Engineering Unit to submit a report showing the actual weight reduction of palay after drying at various moisture content and the percentage conversion to rice after milling of a given volume kilo of palay. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
To direct the Secretariat to distribute the revised version of the proposal to the following offices and organizations for their comments and recommendations: the City Agricultural Office, City Agricultural and Biosystems Engineering Division, Naga City Cooperative Development Office, City Procurement Office, Naga City Cooperative Development Council, and the Bicolanas Cooperative and other agricultural cooperatives. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
That is all, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Thank you. City Youth Councilor Reyes. Isabel, ano? Next item, please.
Next is the committee report of the Committee on Organizational Development and Review for the hearing last June 22.
The Committee on Organizational Development. The report will be rendered by Dr. Gela Bunal Gomez.
Yes, Mr. Chair, my City Youth counterpart, the Honorable Kishi Recolado, will do the report.
Okay. Please, City Youth Councilor.
Acknowledging City Youth Councilor Kishi Gabriel Reyes, Regalado, to render the report on organizational development and review.
Mr. Chair, may I request acknowledgement of this report for the Committee on Organizational Development and Review?
Your report is duly acknowledged.
The hearing was held last June 22, 2026, and there was a quorum, Mr. Chair.
Thank you.
Item number 1 is the second revised draft of the proposed ordinance authored by Honorable G. Rosales establishing a personnel rationalization policy and regulating the engagement of job order and contract of service personnel in the city government of Naga. May I go to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
On motion of Honorable G. Rosales, duly seconded by Honorable Reyes, Honorable Bermudo, Honorable Regalado, and Honorable Calleja, the committee resolved to recommend to the Sangguniang Panlungsod the approval on second reading of the proposed ordinance establishing a personnel rationalization policy and regulating the engagement of job order and contract of service personnel in the city government of Naga, subject to the incorporation of the comments, recommendations, and amendments raised during the committee hearing. So move, Mr. Chair.
Before we approve that, can we get a comment from the principal proponent, City Councilor Attorney Rosales?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. I have already provided the revised draft. It's already included in the agenda, so the copies are electronically provided to the members of the council, Mr. Chairman. And this is for second reading already, so I am required to present this ordinance and discuss its salient points to the plenary, Mr. Chairman. So the title is an ordinance establishing a personnel rationalization policy and regulating the engagement of JOs and contract of service personnel in the city of Naga. At the onset, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to state that the provisions here are not novel. So meaning to say, Mr. Chairman, these are already existing regulations under civil service as to the engagement of job order and contract of service personnel. This ordinance only seeks to reiterate and emphasize the city government's strict implementation of these civil service guidelines and provisions through this policy, local policy, Mr. Chairman. So as stated in the explanatory note, Mr. Chairman, the job order and contract of service engagements, which are intended to be for project-based, seasonal, or highly technical services. These mechanisms are sometimes used beyond their original purpose. So that is why this ordinance seeks to provide a limitation and a cap on how these engagements are entered by the city government. So I'll proceed to section 4, Mr. Chairman. What are these limitations on these engagements of JOs and COS? The engagement of JOs and COS personnel shall be strictly limited to roles that are project-based or seasonal in nature, as well as those requiring highly technical or specialized services. So this is already an existing policy under civil service guidelines and regulations. Such engagements must also be limited to functions that are time-bound, meaning they have a definite duration and they're not intended to cover ongoing and permanent needs. In fact, Mr. Chairman, the civil service provides a specific period. For JOs, it's 6 months, and for contract of service, it's 1 year without renewal. So that is the limitation in civil service. It's not provided here, but this ordinance provides that the engagements shall be time-bound. Under no circumstances shall job order.
Let me clarify. For job orders, 6 months.
That's in civil service issuances, Mr. Chairman. So shall not
issuance of the civil service.
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
And we are not following the issuance.
No, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, proceed.
Under no circumstances shall JO and COS personnel be hired to perform regular and recurring functions or to provide clerical or administrative support that is intended to be carried out by plantilla or permanent staff. These categories of work must remain within the purview of plantilla-based employees in accordance with established government staffing policies. Previously, the original proposal under Section 4C is to provide a strict cap of 10% of the total workforce for JO and COS engagements. But after consultations, and it was manifested that a strict cap may restrict the city mayor's prerogative of hiring COS and JOs, especially during emergency times. So the requirement was the provision was broadened to provide not a strict cap. So the wording is already broad enough to not prescribe the city mayor to exceed the 10% limitation. In fact, the wording is the city government shall endeavor to limit the total number of JO and COS personnel to 10% of the total workforce. The limitation is set to ensure that the majority of the functions and services are carried out by regular plantilla personnel, thereby promoting stability, accountability, and proper allocation. So just to provide an outlook, Mr. Chairman, at present, the city government has around 2,300 roughly employees, including job order and contract of service personnel.
About 2,300 employees.
Yes, Mr. Chairman. Yes, Mr. Chairman.
And
around half
how
of that.
many of these employees are regular employees?
The ratio is about 50-50, Mr. Chairman. Half are regular and casual, and half are job order and contract of service personnel.
50%.
That's what the HR officer manifested yesterday during the end. So we are trying to rationalize our workforce by ensuring that the costs that we are spending for personal services are maximized, Mr. Chairman. So the process for the hiring of job order and contract of service, actually this is already being implemented by the HR office. So we are just putting it into a policy. The department head, through a personal request form, shall justify the necessity of hiring for project-based, seasonal, highly technical, specialized services that are time-bound. The HR will review the staffing requirements of the concerned department to ensure that the personal engagement aligns with actual service needs and complies with cost efficiency and transparency standards. The budget officer is responsible for certifying that funds are available within the current budget for the proposed hiring. And before the engagement, the applicants shall go through a selection board for a screening and selection process. And thereafter, the PSB, the duly constituted PSB, shall recommend to the city mayor in case of employees in the executive and the vice mayor in case of employees in the legislative. And finally, the city mayor or vice mayor, as both appointing authorities, shall make the final approval for the engagement. Now, Section 6, Mr. Chairman, this is new. The HRMO is tasked to submit a yearly report to both the city mayor, which shall be included in the budget deliberations and considered by the Sangguniang Panlungsod in the authorization of the budget. The report shall contain the recommendations for improvement, continuous improvement of the city's workforce, such as the positions to be retained, the positions to be reduced, and the functions to automate or consolidate. The transparency mechanisms provided under Section 7. This is just about publication, Mr. Chairman. The HR shall publish the data of JOs and COS, shall be disseminated through the city's official social media pages. Total number of JO and COS must also be published. So, lastly, Mr. Chairman, as provided in the explanatory note, we want to make sure that public funds are utilized properly, essential services are prioritized, and the city government continues to uphold principles of good governance, professionalism, and merit-based public service. So, like I said, Mr. Chairman, the engagement of COS and JOs are often extended beyond their original purpose. Such situations often result to duplication of functions, unnecessary personal expenditures, vulnerability to perceptions of political accommodation, thereby affecting public trust and fiscal discipline. So this proposed measure seeks to address that problem, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Thank you, City Councilor Attorney Rosales. Any comment or reaction? Yes, City Councilor Mendoza.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. First of all, I would like to express my support for this proposed ordinance because this would promote merit and fitness even among JOs and COS. I just would like to be clarified on Section 4C. Can the Secretariat flash that section? The proponent signified a while ago that the 10% cap would be removed, but as presented, it's still there. So what is the final wording?
The final wording is previously the 10% limit was a strict cap. So I think the wording is the city government shall ensure that the total engagement of JOs and COS does not exceed 10%. The wordings now is not the wording is broad enough to not restrict the city mayor to exceed the 10%. Because, Mr. Chairman,
is it possible to say shall limit?
No, the wording is now shall endeavor to limit. Because we don't want to put a strict cap, Mr. Chairman.
Because when you say endeavor, It means that you are not too sure of
Yes, Mr.
meeting
Chairman.
the 10% limit.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, that's the intention, Mr. Chairman. It's not a strict cap of 10%, because a strict cap will may cause more complications, Mr. Chairman, considering the present circumstances of the city government.
Do you agree, City Councilor Mendoza?
I fully agree with the intent, Mr. Chair. But as worded, it may signify the opposite, that that 10% is a fixed cap. Shall endeavor. In other words, you shall try the hardest not to exceed that 10%.
So what is your suggested phrasing?
I yield to the good Councilor Baldimoro.
City Councilor Balimoro?
Mr. Chair, if the intention is not to limit to 10%, may I suggest the wording that furthermore, the city government of Naga may limit to delete shall endeavor. The city government of Naga may limit the total number of JO and COS personnel engaged to 10%.
Will that be okay with the principal proponent, Councilor Rosales?
I'm not sure, Mr. Chair. I think the paragraph is phrased to at least make a persuasive effect. Persuasive effect to at least for the city government to try its best to make that 10%
So it should
cap.
endeavor. Anyway, reaction from City Councilor Attorney Macaraig.
Yes, Mr. Chair, the wordings of Section C, legally speaking, means that there is no mandate to limit, but the city will only endeavor to limit the number of JO and COS to 10%. And that is clear with the current version, Mr. Chair. And it's safe. It gives a leeway to the city government to sometimes go above the limits. However, I would just like to emphasize the importance of JOs and COS in in the rendition of public service, Mr. Chair. Yan pong mga basurero dakol po dyan JO at COS, and you cannot expect them to report daily dahil po sa stress kan trabaho ninda, minsan inaabot sinda matanga. And you won't expect them to be reporting the next day on 8 o'clock or prior to 8 o'clock. That's why po naglolobo ang numero ninda. Unlike po us here in the offices, in the comfort of our air conditioning system. Now, also, when it comes to Naga app, for example, the maintenance works being provided by the Naga team will also requires JOs and COS, complementing the JOs and COS of the maintenance division of the city engineering office, complementing again the special team of the SWMO na nagkakandak din po ng maintenance repairs sa roads. So the philosophy of the ordinance.
Yeah, we fully agree with you, City Councilor Attorney Macaraig. But what is your suggested phrasing of this particular provision?
What I would want to at least see in the ordinance.
Or are you saying that you agree with City Councilor Attorney Rosales that shall endeavor to limit the total number of JO and COS is okay?
First of all, the 10%, I don't know what is the basis of the 10%, Mr. Chair. CSC po ba?
City Councilor Rosales?
Mr. Chairman, the 10% is not based on any civil service issuance, Mr. Chairman. It's just to ensure that the city's workforce is not overstaffed with...
So in other words, you do not have any legal basis for this?
It's not provided under any issuance, Mr. Chairman.
Okay.
So, Mr.
Okay,
Chair.
yes, please proceed, Councilor Macaraig.
So can we make it a little more flexible? Meaning to say that the 10% can be increased based on a justification by the Office of the City Mayor, Mr. Chair. And it will revert back to 10% as the default percent. But increasing that, the Office of the City Mayor just needs to justify.
No, so given the pronouncements made by Councilor Rosales, this pricing will be okay now.
Yes, adding only, Mr. Chair, that the increase should be justified by the Office of the City Mayor.
So that will be included in the provision?
But not going beyond, meaning to say not affecting the total 40% requirement of the civil service, Mr. Chair.
Reaction from City Councilor Attorney Rosales?
Mr. Chairman, may I know the proposal of Attorney Macaraig?
What is your proposal?
That this 10% may be increased upon the justification of the Office of the City Mayor for the necessity of the increase, Mr. Chair.
Are you telling us that we shall include that particular pricing?
Just to add a phrase that any increase or in the percentage needs to be justified in writing, Mr. Chair.
Okay, City Council Rosales?
I can make some changes in that paragraph, Mr. Chairman, but perhaps not today, Mr. Chairman. But we can just make it more flexible to give more flexibility to that provision.
So are you saying that we will defer
Yes, Mr.
approval of this proposed ordinance?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. So just to state again, Mr. Chairman, the 10% is just to provide to give us a basis to self-limit. It's for the city government.
Yeah, we understand
Yeah.
that, okay?
Yeah.
So you are saying that we will be deferring the approval of this proposed ordinance?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, to
include the comments and recommendations of the other members of the council?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Yes, City Councilor Balimoro.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Pertaining to the wording, Mr. Chair, to add 10 before the percent, engage to 10%. The word 10 is missing.
Yes, Mr.
Okay, so...
And also, Mr. Chair, may we know from the proponent if we know the total number of workforce of the city government of Naga at present, and the total number of the JO and COS. May we know the number?
City Councilor Rosales?
The current number of total workforce of the city government of Naga, and also the number of JO and COS.
Yesterday, Mr. Chairman, during the committee hearing, the HR office said that the total workforce, which is composed of regular, casual, JO, and COS, numbers around 2,300 to 2,400. Mm-hmm. Now, half the ratio is 50-50, Mr. Chairman, around that number. So, and no exact numbers given, Mr. Chairman.
So yeah, that was his statement a while ago. It's a 50-50 ratio. 50% are regular employees and 50% are casual and job order employees.
And Mr. Chairman, to say what he said during the committee hearing, when we had consultants come over to check our current workforce, I think someone from Quezon City, the city administrator, mentioned that the current workforce is really overstaffed. The city government is really overstaffed, and this ordinance will support the current administration's trust, considering there was a presentation from the Department of Development Academy of the Philippines to rationalize our workforce.
Rationalize and the right sizing.
Right sizing, Mr.
Oh.
Chairman.
Okay.
Mr. Chair, my purpose of the question is to know the percentage of the number of JO and contract of service employee. However, Mr. Chair, could I still ask question pertaining to the proposed ordinance?
Yes, please proceed.
Under Section 3, Mr. Chair, may we know from the proponent, it says that letter A, that the job order should not exceed 6 months and the COS should not exceed 1 year. My question, Mr. Chair, what will happen to those job order having a duration of more than 6 months and the COS having a duration of 1 year? What will happen to them?
Mr. Rosales,
That was
Councilor
asked-
Rosales.
That was asked, Mr. Chairman, during the committee hearing. I think one of the city youth officials asked that, and I said to answer the question, the job order and contract of service, from the time they are engaged, should already be aware that their engagement is not permanent. Job order and contract of service are intended for a specific purpose, a project-based purpose, which is time-bound, or there's a specific project which cannot be handled by a regular employee of the city government. So, if the contract is ended or the project has already been accomplished, then the employee covered by that engagement shall cease to become a job order and contract of service of the city government.
So in other words, when you say job order, it lasts for only 6 months.
Yes, Mr. Chairman. And that definition, Mr. Chairman, is copied from the civil service issuance, Mr. Chairman.
And I was asking you a while ago if the local government unit of Naga has been complying with this provision that job orders should only work for 6 months. And you were saying that we do not comply.
I think we comply, but we renew the contracts. So the contracts are extended, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Councilor Balimoro?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'm just worried, Mr. Chair, regarding the status of our job order. With that ordinance, it will limit to the day duration in the city government of Naga. So, may mga empleyado po kita na mayo maning due to the limitation of the PS ceiling, limited kita for opening of the position for them to become a casual or permanent employee. So sinda po retain as job order. With that, ang winowori ko baka maging cost na ma-terminate sinda.
Okay, thank you, Councilor Baldimoro. Any other comment or yes, Councilor Mendoza?
On item itong part na managod sa pag recommendations kan department, Garo, Section 5 ata to. No, not that. Section 5, centralized hiring. Letter A, the department head, through the personnel request form available at the HRMO, must justify the necessity of hiring JOCOS personnel for project-based, seasonal, highly technical, or specialized services. Can we include the skills required by the department? Masabi sa nagaypang katao para mag-input or whatever function. Para si pagpili, guided man si HRMO kung ano si mga qualification requirements na hahanapon niya.
Okay. Kindly note the proposal of Councilor Mendoza. Councilor Rosales?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Likewise, Mr. Chair, on I think letter D or letter C, the same section. The city budget officer is responsible for certifying that siguro instead of funds, that appropriations are available because hanggang dyan man ang authority kang budget office.
Will that be okay with you, Attorney Rosales?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
And finally, on the same section 4C, on the 10% limitation, given the manifestations made by the proponent and by our colleague, Councilor Aris, initially, Councilor Aris was also amendable to that phrasing, wherein the interpretation is that that sentence gives flexibility and that 10% is not a fixed ceiling. With those explanations by our two esteemed lawyers or members of the Sangguniang, I am inclined to support that phrasing as is. So I am withdrawing my objection on that item, Mr. Chair. And finally, Mr. Chair, siguro we can already pass this on second reading. No need to refer it back to the proponent, considering that the amendments looks like minor lang naman.
Okay, Councilor Rosales?
Mr. Chairman, I made some changes already based on the discussion, and in the section 5A, I just added another phrase after the last word, time-bound, comma, including the skills necessary for the job or project required. And on the section 6, Mr. Chairman, section 4C, furthermore, the city government shall endeavor to limit the total number of JO and COS personnel engaged to 10% of the total workforce, and any change in the percentage shall be justified in writing by the city mayor. So, I think this is the proposal of the Councilor Aris Macariig, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, any other addition or revision?
Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair.
May I request the two councilors to please address your concerns to the chairs?
Mr. Chair.
Yes, Councilor Aris Macaraig.
I submit to the manifestation of Honorable Councilor Rosales. I have no more comment.
Thank you, Councilor Attorney Macaraig. So, Councilor Attorney Rosales, final move. Yes, Councilor Baldimoro.
For the final motion, Mr. Chair, masimbagan lang itong kahaputan ko. What will happen to our job order employees and COS with the passage of this ordinance? Marirenew pa ba sinda o daina?
Yeah.
Councilor Rosales.
Mr. Chairman, there is a provision under civil service. This is provided under, in fact, this was given to me by the city legal officer. Resolution number 021430 of the Civil Service Commission. Now, it says here that disengagement, job order, and contract of service, while it is, it says here that they should not be assigned to perform clerical or administrative work, which are regularly performed by regular personnel. These engagements may also be entered in the exigency of service if it is not feasible for the agency to hire the services under casual and contractual appointment. So, Mr. Chairman, the point, Mr. Chairman, is I think it will really depend on how the office justifies the need for that engagement, considering the exigencies of service. So, Mr. Chairman, what we want to avoid is engagements which are already considered duplicitous and irrelevant, considering that we are spending a lot for personal services.
And you were telling us a while ago that we could rehire.
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Yeah, depending on the performance of the GO or the COS.
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
So, will that answer your question, Councilor Balimoro?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, due to the PS limitation, kaya kita nag-hire yung mga job order. And their function is not limited to any job. Minsan, mas dakol pa nga niya ang sa indang ginigibo. So, I'm just worried, dumampo sa term na they will not be, their term is limited only to 6 months and 1 year. So, with the assurance that they can be rehired, I am no further question, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you, Councilor Baldimoro. Yes, Councilor Mendoza.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Just to address the concern of the Honorable Baldimoro, we can include a transitory provision wherein we can state that existing job order and contract of service personnel whose services are deemed necessary as justified by their department heads and validated by the HRMO shall be retained until such time that the personal services ceiling would allow the creation of the positions that would allow their absorption into the employee workforce of the city government.
Okay, that will be that will form part of letter C.
That would be a transitory provision.
Transitory
Yes.
provision. What is your reaction, the principal proponent, Councilor Rosales?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I will just confer with the Honorable Frank Mendoza to include that provision under Section 8 of the proposed ordinance, Mr. Chairman. I was actually typing it already, Mr. Chairman.
So that will form part of Section
8. A new section, Mr. Chairman.
Section 8?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
So, in other words, you agree with Councilor Mendoza
Yes, Mr.
to
Chairman.
include that particular provision in order to address the concern of Councilor Baldimoro.
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, thank you. Any other comment or reaction? So, you can now make the final motion.
As amended, Mr. Chairman, I move for the passage of this proposed ordinance on second reading.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved on second reading. Next item, please.
Item number 2, the letter dated May 25, 2026 from Attorney Raisa R. Rodriguez, City Legal Office, containing the review of the proposed ordinance institutionalizing social welfare and benefits for job order and contract of service personnel. May I proceed with the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
The committee resolved to refer the comments and recommendation of the City Legal Office to the proponent for consideration and appropriate action. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
There being no other items, that ends the report. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam City Youth Councilor. Next item, please.
Next is the proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable Jesse R. Albios, an ordinance adopting the Drinking Water Code of Naga City, consolidating and strengthening local policies on drinking water quality regulations, monitoring and enforcement consistent with the national sanitation drinking water laws and standards, and for other purposes.
City Councilor Dr. Jesse Albios.
Yes, Mr. Chair, this is the third device copy and is pending with the Committee on Health and Nutrition.
So it's still pending with the Committee on Health and Nutrition. Next item.
Next, ordinance authored by the Honorable Melvin Ramon Buenape, an ordinance prohibiting government officials, employees, private individuals, group or business entities, loan operators, and household beneficiaries of Pantawid Familia Filipino Program, or the 4Ps, in using or accepting the issued 4Ps cash card as collateral for loan and providing penalties for violations thereof.
City Councilor Omar Buenafe.
Mr. Chair, this has been previously submitted and assigned to the committee, which siguro na overtaken by events, kaya dainan na padagos niyo sa committees. Now I resubmitted it, and it will be up to the wisdom of the chair.
We can refer this to the Committee on Laws and Ordinances.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Next item, please.
Next, under new business, the email sent dated June 11 from the Office of the City Legal Officer with attached unsigned memorandum agreement between the City Government of Naga and the Baal Ears concerning the voluntary creation of a perpetual or non-exclusive easement of right-of-way over a portion of Lot 1079-C to provide public access from Almeda Road to St. Clair Subdivision.
Committee on Laws and Ordinances.
Next is the proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable CYO Councilor Alexander Ray Go, co-authored by 2026 CYO Councilor Shane Olen Gonzalez and Ariel Capus, and sponsored by the Honorable Hilji Rosales and Honorable Corazon Peña Flor, revising the Naga City Ordinance for Animal Care.
Committee on Health.
Next is the letter dated June 8 from Ireneo Abogado Jr., President of Del Sunshine Bill Homeowners Association of Del Rosario, Naga City, containing their urgent petition for city funding and legal assistance in the judicial cancellation of duplicate transfer certificate of title number 21706 and the transfer of titles to the members of Del Sunshineville Homeowners Association.
Committee on Housing and Settlement.
Next is an endorsement from the Trimobile Task Force forwarding the application of Marilu Francisco for the transfer of Trimobile franchise from her father Noel Bautista to her due to the death of the latter.
Committee on Transport.
Next is the proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable Francisco Mendoza and City Youth Councilor Altea Isabel Reyes, strengthening the enforcement of mayor's permit compliance in Naga City.
Committee on Laws and Ordinances.
A letter dated June 16 from Honorable Alfonso Rodriguez, Punong Barangay of San Felipe, transmitting Barangay Ordinance Number 1, establishing a night market at Padre Garcia Street, Naga City, and another Barangay Ordinance Number 2, requiring all residents of Barangay San Felipe to participate in official data and information gathering activities.
Again, we will refer this to the Committee on Laws and Ordinances.
Mr. Chair.
Yes.
Can we join the Committee on Market Affairs regarding Ordinance Number 1, Mr. Chair?
Ordinance number One, joint with
Committee on Market Affairs.
Committee on Market Affairs. Next item, please.
Next is the proposed resolution authored by the Honorable Jefferson Romeo Felix, co-authored by Honorable Iliad Kishi, Nicole Chavez. A resolution adopting supplemental rules to and amending section 17, 37, and 38 of resolution number 2025-283, otherwise known as the rules of procedures of the 15th Sangguniang Panlungsod of Naga, governing the legislative participation of the city youth Sangguniang Panlungsod.
Councilor Jefferson Felix.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. With the indulgence of our committee chair on rules, may I move that we transfer this matter to SBO.
Any reaction from the chairman of the Committee on Rules, Councilor Attorney Rosales? So that will be under SBO?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Just to discuss some salient points of this proposed rules or supplemental rules. First, Mr. Chair, this resolution makes the city youth officials program substantive and not just ceremonial in effect. So, mas tututukan tadig di Mr. Chair si learnings and immersions ninda with us as their counterparts in the legislative body. This supplemental rules as well, Mr. Chair, supplements the existing rules of procedure and specifically clarifies section 17, 37, and 38 of our internal rules of procedure. Under the supplemental rules, Mr. Chair, it also says that our city youth councilor counterparts will adopt the committee assignments of their respective counterparts. So, kung anong committees may, Mr. Chair, memberships, co-chairmanships, and chairmanships, ito man po sa INDA. And they are also empowered to vote at the committee level, Mr. Chair. But to be clear, Mr. Chair, our city youth officials can vote at the committee level, but at the plenary level, Mr. Chair, they cannot vote. The wisdom and reason behind it, Mr. Chair, is that the Sangguniang Panlungsod's decisions are legally binding, and may mga bagay, Mr. Chair, na sa tuya po talaga ito vested by the local government code and not with the city youth officials. Next, Mr. Chair, our city youth officials counterpart can countersign the legislations that we pass, both resolutions and ordinances, and they can also sign the committee report to reflect their participation. And also, during joint sessions, the city youth officials may participate fully in deliberations. They may debate, interpolate, make and second motions, propose amendments, raise points of order, deliver privileged speeches, present committee findings, and present or defend legislative measures. Another, Mr. Chair, on here in these rules, part of the amendment of our internal rules of procedure, because, Mr. Chair, Section 38 of our own internal rules says that dapat pag joint session, dapat both in quorum ang CYO and regular SP. But personally, Mr. Chair, I will be amending it because what if quorum na po ang regular Sangguniang pero si city youth officials daipa, baka day po kita mga conducting business. That's why, Mr. Chair, in here, I am amending Section 38 of our internal rules of procedure for the 15th Sangguniang that their attendance or lack of quorum will not affect the statutory quorum of the regular SP. The elected Sangguniang Panlungsod may continue to transact official business even when city youth officials are not yet in quorum. Next, Mr. Chair, under these supplemental rules, Mr. Chair, we are also defining the rights of our CYOs to conduct their own sessions. During the 45 days of their internship, Mr. Chair, they can conduct a weekly regular session. But after the 45 days of their internship, Mr. Chair, we allow them to have at least once a month sessions. Si naging practice before, Mr. Chair, was just only an internal arrangement na nagsa-sessions in the every month. But siguro for this time, is specified na po under the rules that we allow them to have their own session at least once a month. So, what the City Youth SP adopts does not automatically become an official city ordinance or resolution. I-clarify mi lang ini Mr. Chair na pag nag-session po ang City Youth Sangguniang Panlungsod, siguro sa resolutions po ninda, may affect only them internally and si mga departments na kung saan may mga counterparts. But again, si mga ordinances na tigpo-propose ninda must still go through the process, meaning dapat kung gustong maglaog sa regular SP, may sponsor man giraray po na at least one regular member of the Sangguniang Panlungsod. Pag-abot man Mr. Chair sa executive sessions, makikitang policy on this one. During executive sessions, Mr. Chair, City Youth officials must leave the session hall unless the body expressly authorizes them to remain. Because, Mr. Chair, may mga executive sessions kita nagigibo na baka si mga matters duman ay dai pa pwede sa indan madangog or madiscuss. And also, the City Youth SP Secretary will assist in preparing notices, agenda, minutes, and adopted actions of separate City Youth sessions. And also, Mr. Chair, tiglag ko lang din po digdisi that City Youth officials will be subject to rules on decorum, ethics, conflict of interest, disclosure, inhibition, and confidentiality. Meaningful participation must always come with accountability. So basically, Mr. Chair, sa pinaka-bottom line ka ni Mr. Chair, gabos man na functions ta except si voting sa plenary yaon po sa inda.
Okay. Any reaction from the City Youth officials? Councilor. Councilor Elmer Balimoro.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. May we know from the City Youth officials if they already read this proposed measure and kung ready na ba sinda to make a decision for this today? Kung dahil, Mr. Chair, may I suggest to calendar this on the next regular session.
Okay.
May I ask the Honorable City Councilors to comment on this resolution for the supplementary rules? Yes, Honorable Kaya.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I would just like to clarify po on Section 7. It states that...
So by the way, have we decided to proceed with the discussion of the proposed resolution, or shall we schedule this for the next session?
Next session.
Yes, City
Thank you,
Councilor
Mr. Chair.
Jefferson
I think we
Felix.
can decide on this matter, Mr. Chair, this very session because halos, as far as I know, nabasa naman po ninda ini from last night. And para in effect na siya, Mr. Chair, sa mga succeeding sessions.
So, in other words, all City Youth members of the council have already read the proposed resolution. Is that correct? Okay, so we can discuss now the proposed resolution. So proceed, City Youth Vice Mayor Dan Ragay.
Yes, can you please restate your inquiry, Honorable Calleja?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So under Section 7, the separate City Youth sessions and actions adopted, I was listening earlier to Councilor Jefferson Felix, and he was stating that we are allowed to have at least one session after the 45-day internship. However, under this resolution, it states that it shall hold at least one regular session each month. So we would just like to clarify, are we required to have that regular session each month after our 45-day internship, or are we allowed, but it is under still our discretion if we will have that session after the 45-day internship? Thank you.
May we ask response?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Tig-allow ta lang, Mr. Chair, that they have this at least once a month session. Pero discretion man in the Mr. Chair kung sessions in the. Pero from the past, City Youth officials, Mr. Chair, they are really requesting na at least once a month. ikaw man gira-rise in the sessions.
So it's not a mandatory requirement.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Hello?
Yes. Ang operative word ko kaya digdi, Mr. Chair, is naka-shall. It shall hold one regular session. But my main intent, Mr. Chair, is to just allow them, Mr. Chair.
Will. You change the word shall to will or...
It may. It may.
Or
It
may.
may. Yes, Mr. Chair.
Because when you say
It will
shall,
be mandatory.
it's mandatory.
Yes, Mr. Chair. But maybe we can ask, Mr. Chair, the city officials kung ano ang buot ninda, Mr. Chair. Ma-session ba sinda or dae?
May we ask, yes, Honorable Calleja?
So based on the last meeting that we had just this Monday, I think the City Youth Sangguniang Panlungsod wishes that we just have the session if it is necessary, given the setup that some of our City Youth Councilors are not going to be in Naga once the classes for this August resumes.
Any comments or reactions from TS councilors? Yes, Honorable City Youth Councilor Bermundo.
I would like to support the statement of Councilor Ira, and I agree that we are only allowed to be to have regular session after the 45 days internship rather than having it as a requirement every month. Since the first argument was that not all of the City Youth Sangguniang Panlungsod are here in Naga City, and at the same time baka magkaroon ng problem then when it comes to quorum, and it will only make it more tawag nito it will only make the CYSP somehow not not in order. So I support that it is only allowed, we are only allowed to hold a session once a month and not a requirement.
Thank you, Honorable Bermundo. Any other further comments or remarks from the body?
Councilor Ballimoro.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, may we know from the proponent if after that 45 days term of the City Youth Sangguniang Panlungsod, if they still allowed to submit a proposed measure?
Yes, City Councilor Jefferson Felix.
Yes, Mr. Chair. I will first answer, Mr. Chair, the query of the point of query of Mr. Bermundo and Ms. Calleja. I will just revise it to they may hold one regular session each week on a schedule fixed by a majority of its members. Nasanay lang kaya kami, Mr. Chair, that nagre-request si mga CYOs before na every month talaga igwasinda. But for their case, it will be just optional kung ma-session sinda. For the query of Honorable Baldemoro, under these rules, Mr. Chair, pwede pa po sinda mag-submit ng mga policy proposals sinda. Basta, Mr. Chair, may at least one regular SP member na ma-sponsor po.
And that will run for 1 year.
Yes, Mr. Chair, during their whole term.
Okay. And again, Councilor Ballimoro.
Thank you again, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, hipot ko lang sa proponent. In the committee hearing, they were not included in the determination of the quorum. However, they were allowed to vote. So, di ba paano ma-determine si number kung there is in the required to the determination of the quorum, pero how allowed sinda magboto?
Yes, City Councilor Jefferson Felix.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Determination of the quorum, Mr. Chair, only means that i-determine kung pwede mag-transact ng business, but voting may be a different matter, Mr. Chair. Duman sa inda, Mr. Chair, in effect, digdi, Mr. Chair, mas advisory po sa indang vote, unlike sa mga regular city officials po. Yan, Mr. Chair.
Are you satisfied with the answer of City Councilor Jefferson Felix? Councilor Baltimore?
Mr. Chair, the non-member of the Sangguniang, the NCPC representative, the Liga, they were part of the determination of the quorum, and they are also allowed to vote. So when it comes to CYO, pwede sinda magboto pero di sinda kabali sa determination of the quorum. In our rules, Mr. Chair, the only requirement for a quorum is the presence of the committee chair and one member. Di ba ni kaya kang CYO para makabali sinda sa determination of the quorum? Only two member of a particular committee, there is already a quorum. And for this particular time, only 45 days, di ba kayang i-fulfill kaning mga CYO?
Councilor Jefferson?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Thank you for that, Mr. Chair. Historically, Mr. Chair, there are committee hearings na even if invited si mga CYOs, they man gira rin nag-aabot. So, sa determination kang quorum, day man, kumbaga, sa determination kang quorum, Mr. Chair, kumbaga, mas nangyayari is mayong quorum. Pero Mr. Chair, I've been pondering about it. Maybe we can just include them in the determination of the quorum, Mr. Chair. Pero sa committee level man gira rin, Mr. Chair. But pag abot sa plenary, same principle man gira rin, as I have mentioned earlier.
Okay. Again, Councilor Baldemoro.
Mr. Chair, I beg to disagree to the Councilor Felix. In the previous experience, mas nakaka-determine nga ni kang quorum the presence of the CYO. Mas dakul ang nag-a-attend na CYO compared to regular member. So, I didn't see na they pwedeng ibalisin sa determination of the quorum.
So we will now include the CYO in the determination of quorum. Councilor Felix.
Yes, Mr. Chair. For that specific portion, Mr. Chair, but the rest will still be the same.
Yeah, but in the plenary, only the regular members of the council will be considered. Okay?
Yes, Mr. Chair. So given that, Mr. Chair, I now move that we pass this supplemental rules or procedures specific for the city youth officials on joint and collective motion as amended.
Joint and collective? As amended. Next item, please.
Next is the proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable Maria Corazon Peña-Flor, co-authored by Honorable Elmer Baldemoro. An ordinance regulating and prohibiting the unauthorized posting, installation, hanging, and display of advertisement boards, tarpaulin, streamers, posters, banners, and other promotional materials on electric posts, telephone posts, utility poles, traffic posts, street light posts, and other public structure within the territorial jurisdiction of Naga City, providing penalties for violations
Laws
thereof.
and ordinances.
Next is the proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable Francisco Mendoza, co-authored by Honorable Hilda Gay Labonal Gomez, an ordinance establishing the Peña Francia Primary Health Care at Peña Francia, Naga City.
Committee on Health.
Next is the proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable Milvin Benape, co-authored by Honorable Michael Genry Bulocon, and co-sponsored by Honorable Maria Corazon Peña-Flor, Honorable Ariel Gapos, Honorable Hilda Gay Labonal Gomez, and Honorable Kishi Gabriel Regalado, an ordinance enjoining parents, legal guardians, and persons exercising parental authority to strictly supervise restrict and disallow the access of children 15 years old and below to social media content that is violent, excite violence, glorifies violence, or otherwise encourage behavioral inimical of peace, safety, and the law, recognizing the primary responsibility of parents and the guardians to guide and monitor the online conduct of their children, providing for parental accountability, preventive education, referral mechanism, and other purposes.
Committee on Laws and Ordinances. Yes, Councilor Ballimoro.
There is a pending similar ordinance authored by the Honorable Maria Corazon Peña-Flor pending to the Committee on Children. So may I suggest that this proposed ordinance be also referred to the same committee.
Okay, so we will refer this proposed ordinance to the Committee on Children.
Under other matters, letter dated June 8 from the Philippine Councilors League inviting attendance to the 2026 Philippine Councilors League second quarterly on July 29 to 31st in Iloilo City.
We take note of this, and the mayor will also take a note of this particular item.
Next is the list, is the communication from the Naga City People's Council submitting their list of...
Noted. Next item, please.
Under nominal voting, may saro po.
Councilor Rosales.
May I request that she be recognized? My counterpart.
Okay, the City Youth Councilor.
Acknowledging City Youth Councilor, Honorable Shane Olen Gonzalez.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. For that, I move that all ordinances for third and final reading be transferred to nominal voting and be approved the same. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved. Next item, please.
Motion to adjourn, Mr. Chair.
Adjourn.